All right, we are back for workout 3. This one is a little different. This one is going to be for time. It's going to be intervals. So you're still going to go through it 3 times, but you're going to want your phone for this. And actually, you'll want to download an interval app. It's a free one. We use it at all of our clubs because it's free and it's easy and it's simple. If you just go to your app store on your phone and type in SIT, simple interval timer. Simple interval timer. Should be the first one that pops up if you type in the exact name. And then I can walk you through how to use it, but it's really super easy. You just pick how many exercises are in your set. So there are 8 things in this workout. So you'll put 8, and then you just put the work and the rest time. It's really easy. I think you'll figure it out just once by looking at it. And then it'll keep those intervals for you, tell you when to rest, tell you when to work. It's very handy. But anyway, the work time is 45 seconds and the rest time is 30. So for all of the 8 exercises in this workout, you'll do it for 45 seconds, rest for 30, do the next exercise for 45 seconds, rest for 30. So that's what a 45-30 work rest breakdown means. Okay, let's go through our 8 exercises for workout 3. This one has a more core. This is a less intense workout. I shouldn't say that. It's intense in a different way. This is more core and sort of total body stability, building that strong foundation, some balance and agility stuff. So this is a little different workout. That's why I have it for workout 3, because it comes after those 2 kind of higher intensity full body workouts. All right, the first one is alternating bird dog. So you're on your hands and knees. You want to be in a tabletop. So you want your knees right under your hips, so not like too far back. You want your hands right under your shoulders, so not way out in front. Tabletop. Keep your neck neutral, which means you're looking straight down, so you're not kinking the neck. This one's a lot of balance. So if the first few times you kind of tip over, that's totally fine, and that's actually probably going to happen. So you raise one arm and the opposite leg extend. So one arm and the opposite leg, pause for 1 second, bring them down, alternate sides, pause, and down. Pause, and down. You're trying not to overly arch your back, so watch my low back. I'm going to keep it pretty straight. Okay, right? Now I'll show you an overly arched low back. See how I was trying too hard to reach my legs, so I caved in my back, so be cautious of that. Try to extend the arm and the leg as much as you can to get the most contraction out of it. And by that, I mean, we're just trying to avoid, like little puny movements. So try to really stretch and reach. All right, now you don't have to count reps this time because it's timed for you. So you'll do that for 45 seconds. Next exercise, it's called a single arm farmer's carry. You'll use your 18-pound kettlebell for this. Okay, so first of all, pick up your weight safely, like I just didn't, use your legs, pick it up safely. You might want a mirror or a window with a reflection or something for this at first, but you can kind of just go by feel as well. But we want to feel level. So I have weight on just one side of me. So what does my body want to do? Kind of like, wants to overcompensate on this side or wants to let this side cave into the weight. So we are trying to correct that. So shoulders are level on each side, not kicking up or dipping down. Posture, big one with this. So my body also kind of wants to do this. So should show you the side of the way. Kind of wants to do this. Straighten up, posture, chest out, shoulders down and back. Shoulders aren't hunched. That's a biggie too, don't hunch your shoulders. So about 1 million checkpoints there. Once you have the hold position down, a farmer's carry is simply just a walk. It's a controlled walk, trying to feel level the whole time. Try not to wiggle that weight too much. Try not to lean to compensate. So you want to feel very sturdy on each side, even though you're going to feel one side more than the other. And you can go anywhere. I don't know the structure, the layout of your home, but you can just go wherever. Make sure you can still hear your interval timer though, because it has a 3, 2, 1 countdown. So it'll beep 3, 2, 1. Anyway, so you do one set on one side, then rest for 30 seconds. Next set on the other side. So that's actually exercises 2 and 3. Exercise 4, dead bug. Okay, on your back. This one's tricky, a little more coordination. Okay. So we have our knees up. We want to try to get the shins parallel to the floor. Now, if having the thigh perpendicular to the floor, like straight up and down, is a little too much back strain for now, because this is an intense exercise, pull the knees in a little more, because the more your knees are in, the more you're supporting your low back. So start with them, perpendicular to the floor. But again, if you feel your lower back it's too much, pull the knees in a little bit. Okay, that's that. Arms then are straight up. Never know a good angle to be in the camera to get all. Okay, arms are straight up, fingertips pointing at the sky. Leave your head and shoulders down. You're going to extend it's exactly like bird dog. It's just literally flipped over. So I'm going to extend right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Okay, and if bringing the leg that low is too intense at this time, feel free to only bring it to like here, straighten it out, but keep it higher. That'll be less pressure on your back. Also try to keep the other arm and leg still. And what I mean by that is watch my still arm and leg. Sometimes the other arm kind of wants to like move around. Try really hard to keep that other arm straight up and down. That one's a lot of focus. It really is. Okay, stability ball march. We're going to use your stability ball. I don't have one at home, so this is going to look ridiculous because I'm just on a chair. This is much harder on a ball, so this isn't hard at all on a chair. You're going to sit on your ball, on your stability ball, and that's alone is challenging because it takes core work to stabilize and not fall. Okay, and the march is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to march, kind of just bring it. It doesn't have to be high. You don't have to thrust yourself back. You don't have to like crunch. I mean, just lift the leg as high as you can. Now, when I'm seated on a chair, this looks ridiculous and easy. But when you're on the ball, you'll feel it right away. When you lift this leg, your body's going to want it. The ball is going to tip that way. When you lift this leg, you're going to try, you're going to be tipsy. So therein lies the work, right? The core stability work. It's in hip flexors. It's doing more than one might think. Oh yeah, this next one I like. Band. So another band exercise. It's called a low to high or a low high chop. So what you need to do is hook it around the leg of something sturdy, something heavy. Like I'm going to use my desk that my camera is on. So show you how I'm going to, it has to be something sturdy though, because it can't be like a chair that moves. You'll hook it like this. So you'll kind of make a slip knot thing. So one end you're going to have, and this end is your table. I can't bring my camera down because the thing is connected to the computer. So anyway, so I'm going to do that on my desk right here. All right, low, high, chop. So the anchor point is to your side. So it's anchored to my left, straight out to my side. We're going, and you want it anchored low. So something, don't anchor it on a door that's chest height. So you want it anchored low. It's called, yeah. So you start low. So your feet are like hip width apart to start, just like this. I'm going to kind of put a little bend in my knees and bring my arms down to the anchor point side. So to my left. Now I'm going to keep my arms straight, rotate to the other direction, a full 180 degrees. So all the way to the other side. And notice how I'm pivoting my opposite foot. Do you see my left foot pivoted? And then you release that back down, rotate, pivot up, release it back down, and you keep that going. This one, same thing, you're gonna do all 45 seconds on one side, and then you'll get your rest, and you'll do all 45 seconds for the next set on the other side. So this is a rotational movement. It's great for mimicking daily life activities, because a lot of times we pick things up and move them, right? Or we have something heavy and we have to rotate. So we want to strengthen those muscles so that we never tweak an oblique or a back muscle. Yeah, so big things to remember with that. Keep the arms straight. Like think of it like a golfer. I don't golf, but like, a golf swing. What I see a lot is like people kind of pulling in and then pressing out. Okay, see the difference between that? So we want like a full smooth rotation. That one's fun. It should feel pretty good. The farther away you stand, the harder it gets. So you're kind of in control of the resistance to a degree. If you step in to make it lighter, step farther out to make it a little harder. And then our last exercise is a lateral floor run. A little bit of cardio. I don't know, cardio wasn't really one of your goals, but It's always healthy, but this one's also agility. And that's another thing we want to continue to work on as we keep getting older. So it's called a lateral floor run. Basically, I'll show you slowly. Practice it slowly until you get the hang of it, and then speed it up. You go out, out, in, in. It does feel a little weird. So I like to even say it like in my head to myself as I'm doing it, because the coordination for some people is very tricky. So you might get a little jumbled over your own feet. Out, out, in, out, in. Once you get the hang of it, we speed it up a little bit until you're at kind of a little joggy, hoppy thing. You're staying on the, I don't know if you can tell, but staying on the balls of your feet. So see how my heels are barely coming down because I'm on the balls of my feet. Kind of think of like a tennis player or like a boxer, how they're kind of always on the balls of their feet. Soft bend in your knees. Again, we just never lock out the knees. Soft bend in your knees. Out, out, in, out, out, in. You'll start to feel that kind of in the calves, in the legs, and of course the heart rate will get up because it's a little bit of cardio. Okay, that is our workout 3. Again, 3 rounds of 45 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. Hope you like this one.